I've logged into bandlab, and the first thing that I need to do is to go up to the top here and click on this folder which takes me to my library, which is here. And then I'm going to start a personal project by clicking the mix editor here. In the mix editor, I'm just going to click voice or mic, this button here in the middle, the red one, and then that will open my project. And so to start recording my voice, I'm going to click this button up here. So when you record your voice, leave a space at the start and leave a space or a pause at the end of your recording. You don't have to record it all in one go. You can take your time with your recording and record a few sentences and then another few and then another few if you like. Now I've finished recording my advert, and if you start recording and you don't like it, you can always stop it and then right click and then just go to delete and do it again. But I'm okay with my advert apart from this bit at the end that I don't like. So if I play this, you'll notice that there's a bit of a pause today, and we promise you'll never use anything else again. So if I wanted to, what I could do is just click and delete this last bit, use this button here and just come back here, and then if I press record again from there, I can actually add my next bit in. In this next part, I'm going to add my background music. Now I've already been to a website and downloaded the music that I want. So I'm just going to click where it says drop a loop or an audio MIDI file just here. So I'm going to click there, and because I'm on a PC, it will open up my folders and I need to go to downloads. And then I'm going to get the one that I want. I know which piece of music I want and I'm going to bring it in. Now if you're on a Chromebook, that will look slightly different. Now you will see that my piece of music is really long, and if I start to play this from the start, if we just jump back to the start and play it, you'll see it doesn't quite sound right. Let's have a listen. Now your teeth can feel fresher than ever. New Techno Mint will give your teeth the cleanest, brightest. So there's a few things there that I can improve. Number one, the music and the speech start at the same time. I might want to start the music and let it run for a little while and then start the speech. So I can move that backwards and forwards until I'm happy with that. And the other thing I can do is I can turn the volume of the music down so that I can hear myself speaking properly. And in order to do that, I use this button up here. So because I've clicked this button, I can now see the audio levels of my tracks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click when I want the music to get quieter. So if I click just before I start speaking there, you'll see I get a white dot, and then I'm going to make another click just there, and then I'm going to drag it down. So that turns the volume down. And then what I'm going to do is I want to go right to the end when I finish speaking and turn the volume back up. So a couple of clicks, and then I'm going to turn the volume back up. So let's just have a listen and see what that actually sounds like. Now your teeth can feel fresher than ever. New tech. So that's at the start. Let's just have a listen at the end, and we promise you'll... Yeah, now I've made the mistake because when I was demonstrating to you, I never finished recording that last bit, but I'm not going to do that at the moment. I'm just trying to show you how this works quite quickly. So you can see that you can move the levels up and down. Now if you find the music's too quiet or too loud, you can just click and move it down. If you click and you put a dot where you don't want it, you've always got an undo button up here so that you can undo it. Now if I just click this magnifying glass and zoom out, you will see that my music track carries on for a long time, and I don't really want all of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get rid of this volume control, click on my music track and then drag it back like this, so it's going to fade out quite quickly. Now I can zoom in again a little bit now, and let's have a look at the audio levels. So the problem is that's going to play quite loudly, and then it's going to suddenly stop almost for no reason. If you listen to this, and it just stops. So if I click here, then what I can do is I can just fade that volume, that music out at the end. So the music is nice and loud, and then it goes quieter when I'm speaking. When I finish speaking, it gets louder and then it fades out. So if you just listen to it fade out. so it sounds more natural. Right, so the last thing that I want to do is I want to save it. So I've got a save button over here. I'm going to click it. So on the top right there's a save button, and that's my bandlab project saved. The last thing that I need to do is I need to save it so that I can share it with other people. So I'm going to download an MP3. So if I click File and then Download and then Mix Down As, and then that will have a think and it will just process the track, which won't take very long at all. And now it gives me the choice of how I'd like to download it. So I'm just going to go for the normal one, medium quality MP3, and then I click download, and then that will download it to my computer. Now, if I ever want to get back to this track again, if I just click go to library in the top left, that will take me back to my library, and my project, it's always called new personal project. So I can click on that. I can always get back to the project, go and open it in the mix editor again, and in the mix editor what I can do is I can give it a name. If you look at the top it says new personal project, and so I can just give it a name that I want, like toothpaste ad.